After a much-needed bye week, the 14th ranked Cats were back at it in the Show Me State. Welcome into the show, Christy Thomas alongside the coach. Coach, you got a good one on the road. Always good to get a win in the SEC on the road.
It really was, Christy. It was great because the previous Sunday we played so poorly and suffered a loss down in Baton Rouge. So had the bye week on Thursday and were able to really work on our team, and I thought the team responded well. It was a tough game against the Tigers of Missouri, and we were able to get a win.
Let's take a look at some of those highlights from down in Missouri. And you got a real nice second half from Michaela Epps.
Great second half from Michaela, and we're just working hard to try to make sure Michaela understands how good she can be. And then Jen, that was a tough shot. Jen really kind of took over the game there for a bit and kind of put us on her back. Great drive and kick to Bria. I love that take to the basket by Michaela. We've been asking her to do more of that. And after just a real tough first half, they scored. I didn't understand that one right there. I thought she got
it went in
pretty good, but it went in. But, you know, they made 9 threes in the first half, Christy. It was just they were on a torrid pace shooting. And we were able to settle down and really play some good defense in the second half. That was a great skip pass by Jalea Sidney. Great to see her back, and she got into the starting lineup for the first time this year. And nice pull-up jumper by Bria. So things were clicking there in the second half. Good steal by Lene. We had 22 steals compared to 11 of our own turnovers. So plus 11 in the turnover margin, Christy, will really, you know, make some hay for you most of the time. So great win on the road. They posed a particularly difficult test because they could spread the floor and really shoot the three. So proud of our team to get the victory.
Absolutely. Well, it's hard to believe we're down to our final 3 players on the 30-second shot clock. This gal has really grown in her time as a Wildcat, and she's on Coach Mitchell's 30-second shot clock.
The 30-second shot clock is brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air.
30-second shot clock this week. Welcome in, everybody. I am so pleased to be featuring one of our seniors who's making her 4th and final appearance on the shot clock, unless she comes back in the capacity of an alumni. So this is your last shot on the 30-second shot clock.
It is.
How have you felt about your first 3 appearances on the 30-second shot clock?
It was nerve-wracking.
They were momentous occasions, though, in your life, because you're in front of millions of people on national television, and it's quite daunting task at times, isn't it?
It is.
Because you've got to be charming. Yeah, a lot of pressure. You need to be charming and fun, like I am, each and every week. So, speaking of charming and fun, what are some of the more charming moments you can remember and fun moments you can remember about me over your 4 years?
Okay.
There's just so many to pick from. It's just you're kind of locked up on that. Tell us a little bit about what you've learned here in 4 years at Kentucky.
I've learned how to be disciplined. I've learned about responsibility, and I think those are the two main topics.
Grew in those areas.
Yes.
Benefited from the experience.
Definitely.
That's great. I think you have. How do you plan on using those when your career here is done?
I want to play professional basketball, and then I want to go back to grad school. And hopefully, in the long run, I want to start my own program for people and children who have been abused. That
sounds great. That is a fantastic thing to do. So I hope you will come back to graduate school. Guess what I'm cheering for?
Kentucky.
Kentucky, exactly. That's what I hope. I hope you come back and go to graduate school. Wonder what country you'll end up playing basketball in when you have to go overseas. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait for those possibilities. And you're so wonderful. You, little known fact, you speak 7 languages fluently. Struggles with English at times, but the other 6 are really good. But it's been a lot of fun having you here, and just can't wait to see you finish your career strong.
Thank you.
And that is Asia Bishop. I'm Coach Mitchell. 30-second shot clock.
Asia's 4 years here are really what it's all about and what your program is all about, to watch these girls grow.
Asia was after me there for a while, Chris. She tried to give me several heart attacks and put several gray hairs in this head, but I love her so much. She has really developed and improved her life since she got to Kentucky, and she's put in the work to do that and has developed as a player, but more so as a person and a student, and it's fantastic to see that. And we love Asia Bishop.
Absolutely, we sure do. Well, coming up, a birthday shout out and Coach Mitchell's signature dance move are coming up in this week's Guitar Tip.
The Matthew Mitchell Show is presented by Fayette Heating and Air. And is brought to you by Central Bank, Commonwealth Credit Union, Kennedy's Wildcat Den, Kentucky Farm Bureau, Kentucky Office of Highway Safety, and by Kroger.
Open 8. Whoop, whoop. Welcome in, everybody. It's another edition of Guitar Tip of the Week. I'm your host, joined by the colorful, the courageous, and the captivating duo, also known as the Marion County Mafia, Cliven Gooden Rogers. I've never met one other single human being named Cliven, and Michaela Epps, both from Marion County. It's time for the game show Sweeping the Nation. Ask Cliven. I've never met one other single human being on the planet named Cliven. It's time for Ask Cliven. This question is from Debbie Allen in Louisville, Kentucky. What is the most useful piece of wisdom Coach Mitchell has shared with you?
No.
On to the shout-outs to Luther in Anchorage, Alaska, to Rodney Jones, also known as Rodzilla in Erlanger, Kentucky, who says he can only hope to look as dapper as Coach Mitchell in one of those Guitar Tip of the Week shirts. Flattery will make some headway for you there, buddy. Rodzilla. Ashley Dykes, the entire Dykes family from La Follette, Tennessee. They love the show and feel sick with all the orange around them. I feel the same way. I want to vomit. Take it away, Epps.
To the Arant family, Lacey and Stephen in Starkville, Mississippi, who love UK hoops and have been waiting patiently for a shout-out. And, Coach, they would like to see you perform your signature dance move called the Starburst. Hey, 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 hey.
Continue.
And the Turtle Man, Ernie Brown, and Squirrel, who both live deep in the backwoods of Marion County.
Cliven, take it away, Cliven. I've never met another single human being named Cliven on the whole world. Go ahead.
To Tara Taylor from Marion County, my hometown, who wants to send a shout out to me and Michaela.
What's your hometown?
Marion County.
Lebanon. Continue.
No, man.
Oh, okay.
And everyone at Marion County High School.
We love Marion County High School.
Thanks, Tara.
Thanks, Tara.
To Jonah and Tara Wooten from Berea, Kentucky, and a special shout out, birthday shout out actually.
Oh, yeah.
To Jonah, who turned 13 this week.
Big 1-3.
Happy birthday, Jonah. And to everybody's favorite uncle and Aunt Kay, Uncle Bobby and Aunt Kay in Gallatin, Tennessee.
Boy, we love Uncle Bobby and Aunt Kay, don't we? The T-shirt this week, how I'm on time. T-shirt this week goes to Rodzilla Jones, who hopes to look as dapper as me. That's a virtual impossibility for you there, Rodzilla, but just keep plugging there, buddy. And to Jonah Wooten, well, 13. Epps, you remember when you turned 13? Because you sure didn't remember when your brother turned 13 because you said he was 11. Pitiful. So listen, you guys, y'all see that Facebook page?
Yep.
No, you don't. If you want one of these shirts, show them, Epps. Show them the shirt. If you want one of these shirts, all you got to do is write on that Facebook page. There's only like 75 billion people on Facebook, but you could get one of these T-shirts, and we don't have that quite many that T-shirts, but just one person a week, you're going to get it, all right? So go to that Facebook page, and then keep coming back and seeing us, because I've never met one other person named Cliven in the whole planet, and that's the Guitar Tip of the Week.
We're taking the show on the road as we go behind the blue with Priya. A behind-the-scenes look at a road trip is up next.
So that was number 22.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to play in front of the Big Blue Nation. But have you ever wondered what goes on during away games? Take a look at some of the behind-the-scenes activities that go on in preparation of the game.
Hey Big Blue Nation, this is Behind the Blue with Priya, and as you can see, I've just arrived at TAC Air, getting ready to get on the airport, get all my shoes out. Now it's ready to go.
understand? And let's make sure we pay attention to detail on that when we get back in. And then no hand check, no arm bar. Your feet will be good enough today. All right? So now it's time to get happy, to get excited, to be Kentucky. Let's go out there and earn a big victory. Here we go.
Road trips are a lot of fun, but take a lot of focus and concentration. We are so thankful to UK Athletics for making our road trips enjoyable. Stay tuned for that dynamic duo as they do what they do best in the kitchen. The Coach's Kitchen is next.
Newtown Crossing. The townhomes at Newtown Crossing and Royal Lexington are designed with UK students in mind. Visit LexingtonStudentHousing.com to apply online. Brought to you by McGee's Bakery in downtown Lexington since 1956.
Welcome in, everybody. It's another edition of the Coach's Kitchen. I'm Hall of Fame Chef Matthew Mitchell, the coach, welcoming you to another outstanding time here in the kitchen. I'd like to introduce celebrity chef, my wife Jenna, who looks extra radiant today. Are you with child?
Oh my gosh.
You look like you're glowing. All right.
I'm not.
Can you read
No.
that?
Fan mail.
Fan mail, little fan mail. It's piling in, avalanche of fan mail. Just wanted to share a few with you. Meg from Buffalo, New York, a triumph. Gabby from Lexington, Kentucky. Coach Mitchell, you are spectacular. Sam from Bismarck, North Dakota. Jenna, a little more energy, please. I don't know how that one got in there, but here's another one. Coach Mitchell, you are truly Hall of Fame. Jenna, it's just great to get this feedback from our fans, is it not?
Yes.
I just love it. I mean, every week it just comes flowing in, and we love you out there, and we thank you so much. Hey, well, what you come here every week for is to watch us cook up some incredible concoction in the Coach's Kitchen. So, Jenna, what have we got going on this week?
Well, with it
And
being,
remember,
oh my
you're
gosh.
supposed to pick up your energy a little bit. So let's
Okay.
get it going here.
Well, with it being Super Bowl weekend, we are doing chicken wings.
I'm sorry, I think you have to refer to it as the big game, or
Yeah.
we're in on some big trouble here. We could get sued for billions of dollars, maybe
Okay.
trillions. So
Right.
with the,
Okay. Big game this weekend. We're doing chicken wings.
does this suggest that we may be having a big game party at the Mitchell house?
Yes.
All right, so we got some chicken wings, and so what's the first step?
So the first step is to sprinkle with some salt and pepper.
Well, that's some kind of fancy salt shaker right there. It sounds
it
like
great?
it's got some batteries in it.
Yes. And then.
Oh, and now it's like a little black pepper.
Yep.
I love pepper, adds a little kick to the dish, you know what I'm saying?
And then if you have cayenne pepper, you can sprinkle that with cayenne
it's
pepper.
very important to make sure you handle these chicken legs and wings properly, Jenna.
Yeah.
Or else there could be some contamination.
Yeah. some
Correct.
Salmonella.
Salmonella. Or is it salmonella? Is it salmon or salmon?
Salmon.
Which is it?
You know-
Salmon? But
Yeah.
is it salmonella or salmonella?
It's salmonella.
It's one of those
I don't
mysteries
know.
of life, that we really have to try to figure out. Well, the time's running out on the
Well, you
on the
talked
segment.
way too much, Matthew.
What have we got here? So
Okay, now
after
we're
we,
going to put it in the oven for 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes.
does it really even matter what temperature? No, it doesn't matter. We'll be right
Until
back.
it's cooked through, and then we'll have make the sauce.
And we'll be right back. the wings are in the oven, so now it's time for the sauce, Jenna.
So a couple tablespoons of butter, your favorite sauce.
Hot little hot sauce there.
A little squeeze of sriracha, a little brown sugar, maybe a tablespoon of brown sugar, and a little bit of cider vinegar, apple cider vinegar.
Those are the ingredients for a delicious sauce.
And then you want to simmer it.
Well, the wings are out of the oven, and it's time to put the sauce on them, honey.
Okay.
And I failed to mention that the spot is brought to you by McGee's Bakery. So if you need some nice sweet treats or good stuff for the big game, just make sure you go down to McGee's. Who you got in the big game, Jenna, this week?
Whoever doesn't cheat.
Whoa! May be difficult to find this week then on that.
I guess
How about the halftime entertainment? You make me feel like I'm living
You're getting off track.
Teenage dream. That's Katy Perry.
That's who I'll be going for.
And how about Lenny Kravitz?
Yeah, definitely Lenny Kravitz.
I love Lenny Kravitz.
Me too.
Woo! Hot fire in the kitchen, baby. We hope you enjoy the big game this week. Do you see the baseball?
I do.
No. Enjoy it. Root for your team. Watch Katy Perry, Lenny Kravitz. Have a great time. What are we going to tell the folks out there?
We'll see you next week.
You have to be in the right position no matter where the ball is on the floor. Coming up, Coach shows you how to do just that.
And that's important on the ball.
UK Athletics would like to thank our official Cornerstone partners, Central Bank, the official bank of UK Athletics, and Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment. The tip of the week is brought to you by Window World, the preferred window installers of the Big Blue Nation.
Coach's Tip of the Week this week, it's the time in the show where we help our younger viewers become better players. We're joined by the senior squad here who are, time's ticking down, but they're still ready to help you younger viewers become better players. Bria Goss, Indianapolis, Asia, Toledo High, and Jalea Sidney, New York. Yeah. And it is fantastic. There are 3 points of defensive positioning, and it's important to know what you're doing on defense because what position you're in dictates what you need to be doing. So Bria's going to help us right here. Jalea is going to be the offensive player. And so the first point of defensive positioning we call is on the ball. So if I'm on the ball, that means that the player that I'm guarding has the basketball, and so it's important to know what to do. So one thing we want to do is we want to be in a great stance. Guys, we've been talking about that, but we want to really pressure the ball. So one thing that Bria can do is with one hand she can bother the ball, and the other hand she can affect the vision of the player, and that's important on the ball, trying to put pressure. Now, if we take Jalea off the ball and get her on the wing, why don't you pass here, Asia? And now, if Bria's one pass away, we talked to you a little bit about denial technique. This happens when you are one pass. Come on up a little bit, Jalea. Jalea's close to the ball, and Asia can pass it to her with one pass. You're now in denial when that happens, all right? So it's important to have that. The third part of positioning is what we call help side. So if Asia were on the opposite side of the floor, and it would take more than one pass. So right now we're saying that Asia would have to pass to me. That would be 1, and that would be 2. So that's help side. So in help side, where you want to be is you want to see both. And as you see Bria put out her, what we call our pistols here, she can point at the basketball and point at her player, because it's important to know where both of those are, because at some point in time, Jalea may get the basketball and she'll be back on the ball, or she may get one pass away where Bria will be in denial. So your positioning, knowing the 3 points of positioning and what you need to do on those is very important. Help you be a good defender. That's the Coach's Tip of the Week.
The Tip of the Week was brought to you by Window World, the preferred window installers of the Big Blue Nation.
For Coach Mitchell, I'm Christy Thomas. We'll see you same time, same place next week.
The Matthew Mitchell Show was presented by Fayette Heating and Air and was brought to you by Central Bank, Commonwealth Credit Union, Kennedy's Wildcat Den, Kentucky Farm Bureau, Kentucky Office of Highway Safety, and by Kroger.